Cape Coral, a city carved from canals and ambition. Once the crown jewel of Florida's housing boom, now a warning shot heard across the nation. In just 2 years, prices soared more than 80%. But today, values are plunging, insurance costs are exploding, and the dream of paradise is cracking under pressure. The governor is in crisis mode, and the rest of Florida is watching closely. It started in 2020. The world was locked down, but Florida was open. Remote workers, retirees, and investors flooded in, chasing sunlight, no income tax, and wide-open canals. Cape Coral became the finish line for America's Great Migration. A modest home that sold for $240 in 2020 closed for over $430 just 2 years later. The city's home price index jumped 41% in a single year, faster than anywhere in Florida. Out-of-state buyers made cash offers sight unseen. Sellers set hard deadlines. Inspections were waived. Even homes with cracked driveways and patchy lawns sold above asking. For a moment, it felt unstoppable. A gold rush with palm trees. By late 2022, cracks appeared beneath the glitter. Mortgage rates doubled from under 3% to over 6%. A $400,000 loan that once cost $1,700 a month now demanded $2,400. For retirees and first-time buyers, the math no longer worked. Then came the hidden bombs: property taxes and insurance. Lee County assessments jumped 20% or more. Insurance quotes doubled. Suddenly, even paradise looked expensive. By 2023, Cape Coral homeowners paid $6,000 a year for insurance, nearly 4 times the national average. Waterfront properties soared above $8,000, not including flood coverage. Carriers like Farmers and United Property pulled out completely. The only option left was Citizens, Florida's insurer of last resort. But when Citizens grew to over 1.4 million policies, it stopped being a backup. It became the backbone, and that terrified analysts. Every new policy meant more exposure, more risk, more potential debt for taxpayers. The crash came quietly. In 2025, home prices fell 11%, erasing nearly $40,000 in value for the average homeowner. 8% of mortgages went underwater, the highest rate in the country. More than half of sellers have slashed prices, with inventory exploding by 50%. Every new listing tells the same story. Yesterday's dream is today's debt. Builders who couldn't build fast enough 2 years ago now offer free upgrades, pool packages, anything to move homes. The Florida miracle has gone into reverse. Owning a home here now means playing defense. Tax bills climb, insurance soars, and hurricane season resets the fear clock every summer. Citizens Insurance still covers 1 in 5 Florida homes. Even with reforms, rates are rising up to 50% for secondary properties in 2025. For many, it's no longer sustainable. The same sun that drew them in now feels like a spotlight on the cost of staying. Inside the state capitol, the pressure is mounting. Budget analysts warn that one major hurricane could drain reserves and force emergency assessments statewide. Private insurers cherry-pick the safest homes. Citizens is left with the riskiest, the ones closest to the water. Lawmakers tout tort reform and reinsurance subsidies, but Florida's exposure grows. In Tallahassee, they know the next big storm isn't just weather, it's fiscal reckoning. Behind every statistic is someone's story. A retired couple selling because their premiums doubled. A young family trapped underwater, unable to refinance or move. Landlords watching tenants disappear. Locals say it's not a crash, it's a correction. But for those losing their savings, it feels the same. Cape Coral is a mirror held up to America's housing illusion. Cheap money, speculation, and climate risk collided, and the cracks spread fast. Growth without balance becomes collapse. Now the canals shimmer with warning. Every palm tree, every sunset carries a question. What happens when the sunshine costs too much? Cape Coral's story isn't finished. Markets recover, people rebuild. But the scars of the boom remain, a reminder that paradise, too, has a price.